And we're back. What's up, bitches? Benja Well Done coming at you live, 6:14 in the morning on Tuesday, April the 23rd. How are you guys? I'm really excited. Got a lot of stuff going on. You know, the only opportunity I really have to work on my comedy is either after work, Monday through Friday, right? Or on the weekends. So if you've ever watched any of my videos, you should probably know by now that I set my alarm on the weekends because that's my time, my world, to get everything that I need to get done. Somebody asked me how my day was going the other day. And I told them I was still working at that moment. I said, well, it hasn't really started. Like, I say that as a, like, it's kind of a funny thing to say, but I mean it in all seriousness because, my opinion, my day doesn't start until after work. So I was working on the weekend on comedy. By the way, just to back up for a second, the only reason I said that my day only starts after work is because that's my day job. You know, I don't have a night job in contrast, but that's what I'm working towards and working for and stuff like that. Yeah, it's the only thing, I mean, that I'm working for outside of work. You know what I'm saying? And that I'm passionate about, and I just, it's me, it's who I am, you know, there's no stopping it. But anyway, so this last weekend, I did what I always do. I have my alarm set for like, dark 30. It's still dark out, let's just say that. I probably worked on my comedy writing for probably, not just writing, but like rehearsing and stuff like that, from probably 6:30 in the morning till about 8 o'clock at night. So more than 12 hours. And I was loving every single minute of it. I was just diving into my, to the creativity and the fluidness and whatnot. And as I was doing that, right as I was like in bed later that night, just sort of chilling, hanging out, whatnot, I realized actually something earlier while I was doing the writing, but it just sort of made me smile. And what made me smile was that it's so interesting, like, that comedy, it being a science where the reaction is like somebody laughing, and I'm super, super analytical and whatnot. It's so awesome and crazy and interesting and cool and all the above for me that if I said 5 different funny things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and it got no reaction, if I just switched maybe the 3rd and the 5th one around, all of a sudden everything is funny now and it all flows. It's just so, it's not weird, it's just it's dynamic, it's always evolving. Sometimes you got to add a little onto it. Sometimes it's too long and you got to pull a little back. Sometimes you may have too many funny descriptive examples in something. This is just peering into the inside of how I think and what I was doing in that moment, and I was just loving every single freaking moment of it. My act for these next 10 minutes coming up is it's tight, it's sharp, it's fun. And even as I was writing it, going over it, I could see the connections between how, as I was doing the writing and reorganizing of some stuff and adding a few other things, that even I was laughing. I was even like reacting to the things that I had already written. The only difference was I just wrote it in a different word order, and it was hitting me differently. And the sentence structure was a little bit different, and the pauses for the reaction and the misdirection. And I'm telling you, like, it's the best. Having nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now, I got these 2 really big shows, having nothing to do with writing, that is, on Wednesday and this Thursday. And then I have the show for the vets at the Veterans Memorial, VFW, Foreign Veterans of Foreign Wars, on Memorial Day. And of course, I'm always working on getting stuff before that and after that date and everything. Those are just outliers out there right now. But this Wednesday and this Thursday, it's about to go down. I am freaking pumped. I'm excited. I've been rehearsing. I've been doing the writing was so good. It was so good this last Sunday, and Saturday was good too, but Sunday was really, really good, and everything was just flowing, and oh, it was just so awesome. And I'm gonna use all that stuff on Wednesday, and I'm just gonna, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. Good fun. What else is new? So on Saturday, I actually took a judo class. Now, I had done not really formal judo training, okay? But I had done judo before, between some other martial arts that I'd taken previously, and living in Russia, those are big judo guys, just naturally. My friends there would always show me like different trips and moves and clinches and way to like throw people on their fucking head. But I went on Saturday. It's coming. Woo! America. Nobody was here to say God bless me. Why not just say America? Anyway. So, yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And I'm also getting back into jiu-jitsu finally. The guy that I was rolling with was like over 300 pounds. And I only know that because he told me. And I like working with bigger guys, because if I can like work with the bigger guy, that means every guy smaller than that guy is typically going to be much easier. I could just toss him around. And that goes for anything in life, whether it was like boxing or kickboxing or whatever the case. But yeah, my technique was definitely there, and it was a lot of fun. And it started kind of clunky, different movements that I was doing, and then it was very fluid, whether it was like a takedown or this one thing where he was like over top of me and I clinched him, and I basically rolled him to the left, and I like dragged my feet across the floor because he was on top of me, and then I pivoted and got him over the right, and now I'm on top. It's just like a way from getting out underneath. It was really cool. And this upcoming Saturday, finally, I'm going to be getting back into jiu-jitsu, which is the art of breaking shit and choking bitches out. I can't wait. No, but seriously, it's going to be so much fun. So what I figured is that they have early morning courses, classes for the jiu-jitsu on 6:30 in the morning on Saturday and 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So I'm going to do the early mornings on Saturday and Sunday, and then on Saturday at 11, I'm going to go to do more martial arts, doing judo once a week, because I really got to be careful to have my work-life balance just very equal. What I mean by work, I'm actually talking about comedy, because during the day, I'm already busy doing my day job. But at night, I already go out twice a week, and to me, that's optimal. To me, twice a week is optimal, because it doesn't really make a lot of sense unless I was like doing more sets leading up to an actual event or a show, to do more than 2 sets a week, because this is my philosophy. This is how I work, how I work. In the Army, there's something called an after-action report, and that pretty much means you put like 3 good things, 3 bad things, no matter what. Okay. Now, in mine, it's a lot more than that, and it's a lot more extensive. But it basically means that it's kind of like in football or basketball or fighting, right? How you review tape of maybe like an opponent or something like that. The thing is that I always record all my sets, and I'm very, 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 very analytical. So at the end, like the very next day after doing comedy, let's just say I do comedy on day 1, the following day I review that material, because it doesn't make a lot of sense to not review what I've already previously done. So I go through it for hours, and I'm kind of hearing for like the pauses and the breaks, and I'm using a lot of terms that you might not really be following, but regardless, I'm reviewing very, very carefully, to say the least. I'm also making corrections while that video is up, and as that's going on, I'll like pause it, and then I'll make a correction in my notes, or I'll add something to it. Maybe something that was in the moment I said on stage that was really funny that worked. That's why, in my opinion, you should always record your sets. That's what I've always done. But I do my video too, because I might move in a certain way, and I'm very, very physical, kind of a comedian and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, comic. So anyway, I review that material, and I make those added corrections. Now, throughout the week and random different moments, funny things are always happening. So what I do in those instances is I'm always writing more material. That third day, on day 3, is when I add more material after I've already made those initial corrections from day 2 to see if there's anything I can add to what I'm working on, or I go through all of my legit, like, everything that I have since like 2008 that I've been writing. Yeah, I've been writing material since like 2008 because I knew this is something I always wanted to do. But being in the Army and whatnot, I was, you know, proud and serving and whatnot, but I didn't stop writing. So yeah, got a lot of material. And so anyway, so that's on day 3 is when I add stuff to either like my giant copy of like everything that I've been writing since like 2008, or I add it to stuff that I'm currently working on in my chronological set list. Yeah. So, and then day 4, I take everything from the corrections between day 2 and potentially day 3 if there's added material. And I'm always reviewing everything also on day 3. Let's just say hypothetically there might not be any corrections that are being made or something like that. So yeah, and then day 4, I take everything that I've corrected and been working on, and I go back on stage. So long story longer, as my buddies say to me about me. Yeah, so that's how I keep a healthy work-life balance. It's 6:25 in the morning. Been talking about 12 minutes now. I really appreciate your time. Oh, and another thing, I just got over 200 followers on Instagram. So that's great. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. I really appreciate the help and the support. If you guys got any life questions or anything, I do comedy. So if you got any life questions, whether it's like relationships or work advice or fucking anything, I'm well-traveled, well-versed in dating, been married successfully over 5 years now. So you send me an email to Benja, B-E-N-J-A, well done, W-E-L-L-D-O-N-E @gmail.com with whatever live question you got, and I will reply anonymously. I mean, like, you will be anonymous in the who I'm addressing at the end of my next docu-vlog, which is what this is, showing my rise to comedy, writing, acting, etc. Well, actually, that's just it, really. And what I'll do is I will anonymously roast the shit out of your horrible issue. Anonymously, can't say that enough. And then directly after that, follow it up with some actual advice, in my opinion. Worst case scenario, if you got a situation that's not good at all, at least you can laugh about it, right? You know, that's the idea. I think comedy is one of the greatest things because you're literally creating like joy. And it's really, you know, it sounds kind of deep and hokey to say it like that, but it's the truth. It's so awesome, and I love it. It's more than love. It's just me. That's who I am. That's how I roll. That's what I do. So you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you for your time. And once again, thanks for the followers. I really appreciate the love. More support. I'll hit another one once I hit like 400 or 500 or something. Make another one of those shout outs. But yeah, thank you guys for your time. If you like this video, please hit like on the subscribe button. And make sure you follow to not miss a video. I'm Benja Well Done. Stay black. I'm out. Peace.